Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. MersLess Ones here, back with another Dokkan battle video, and in this one we're going to be doing a Shushu Summoner skip on the new Transcendent Dokkan campaign Part 1 LR Golden Frieza plus Gogeta tag unit here. So we're just going to go over the unit and some of the featured units in this banner. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 550 subscribers. Also, if you would like to further support me and the channel, you can become a channel member, and that is entirely up to you. Now with all that said, let us go ahead and get started. So first things first here, we'll take a quick look at how many featured characters are in this banner. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, yeah. So there's 5 featured SSRs in, 7 featured SSRs in here, so you'll have a higher chance to pull the new unit rather it being a 10 featured SSR banner where you will have a lower chance. So there is that. Also, not to mention that you do get, obviously if you do 3 multis, you will get 1 for free. So just make sure you do that. Unfortunately, there is no pity here, as you can see. We just have these coins here, and if you summon on this banner, I think I have to turn the audio off here because Blizzard. Yeah, so yeah, there's no pity here, unfortunately. It's just the only pity that's up right now is the Gohan, and then there's also the summon points that are here, and that's pretty much it. So no pity, unfortunately. But the red coin selection here is actually not bad. In Fat Boo, if you don't have him, I would recommend him. He's pretty good on Omega's team right now. We have the 10th anniversary units in here too, which was surprised me. I didn't think they would be in here. The year 7s are in here as well. There they are. The TOR and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is on here. Any other standing out characters? Vegeta and Trunks, obviously, they're very, very good. And then you have the units that are featured on this banner that are also on here as well. And you have some of the Super ECA units from the Global Dokkan campaign. And same here for the Carnival coins, if you have some Carnival coins. There are those units here as well if you might have missed out on some of them. So yeah, there's that. And I don't think anything there is important. So yeah, there's that. Now, as for the characters themselves, we're just going to go ahead and switch over here very quickly. Boom. Okay, so yeah, here is the Golden Frieza plus Gogeta tag unit here. Yeah, so they lead movie hero and movie bosses. We can take a look at their leader skills since they are the new Dokkan LR. So we'll bring up movie heroes and movie bosses, and then we'll take a look at that category after we're done with this character. But overall, on paper, I haven't used them yet. I just finished up my summons, and I just wanted to get this video out the way. But overall, on paper, the Frieza definitely does look very good. I mean, things that stand out to me the most is his damage reduction, 70%, and then guarding for 5 turns from his entry turn. So he'll be guarding for pretty much his first 3 appearances, which is great. And then, starting from the 6th turn from his entry turn, you'll have that great chance to guard. And then you do get a guaranteed additional super here if there are 4 or more extreme class allies on the team, or when there's another movie heroes or movie bosses category ally attacking the same turn. For every attack received, he gets 158% attack and chance of performing a critical hit 10% within the turn. And whenever guard is activated, 20% defense up to 100%. And so this skill right here is very important because his active skill is also the taunt mechanic here. As you can see, can be activated when there are 4 or more extreme class allies on the team. So really, as long as you have that, you can just pretty much do this turn 1 if you wanted to, which is really insane. Having a taunt mechanic on turn 1 is just great. And then while his active skill is active, he gets 24 ki and he gets 400% defense and, directs enemies attack towards the character. This 400% defense is insane. If you remember Beast Gohan last year, he does have the taunt mechanic as well. It gives him the same amount of ki, but his defense was only 158%, while this Frieza's is 400%. And Cell Max's, he gets 999% defense. So that just lets you know how strong this ability is and how much defense he is going to be getting. Super attack effects, 18 ki, greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to enemy, greatly lowers attack and defense, raises allies attack by 50%, self-excluded, and then the 12 ki just greatly raises attack and lowers attack and defense there. Some of his best linking partners here, if we just want to take a quick look at that very quickly. Not really a bunch of characters that stand out except maybe this guy. This guy, he is getting his easy A more than likely next week. So there's that. I would not recommend having this unit on your team. He sucks. He could probably get away with being used, but he only stacks defense on his 18 key, but he's still pretty decent, I think. Haven't used him recently, though. Anyone else? This SCR Cooler right here, he could possibly get an easy A this celebration. I think we're just going to have to wait and see, but I'm not too sure. We still have to talk about the Gogeta now. So the Gogeta here, 6 key, attack and defense 250%, high chance of evading enemies attack, high chance 50%. With 1 key spear obtained one time only, you just get full HP. So really doesn't matter what kind of key spear it is, as long as you just get that 1 key spear. Your first turn, you turn this guy, you basically heal all your HP, which is great. When there are 3 or more super class allies on the team, or when there's another movie heroes or movie bosses category ally attacking the same turn, 40% damage reduction. And then, let's see here, when attacking with 20 or more key, attack and defense 200%, great chance of performing a critical hit. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, attack 150% and guarantee crits. Now, here's where this character gets actually insane. For every key spear obtained, chance of evading enemies attack 5%, attack 10%, and all allies defense 10%, self-excluded when attacking. And then for every 5 key spears obtained, he launches an additional super. So this part right here is going to be very, very good. So as long as you get enough key spears with the base 50% chance you have, you can actually get a 100% chance of dodge. And it's going to be very easy when you activate this active skill here. Where's that? Yeah, active skill, the Kamehameha. Can be activated when there are 3 or more superclass allies on the team. And then you raise your attack by 540% temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy. Defense 540%, changes all key spears to tech for 1 turn. Basically just fully changing the entire field of key to tech. You're basically going to get the maximum amount of like potential you'll be getting from these 2 abilities right here. And also just being able to support your rotation as well, just with this, and then getting more supers here would be great. And, you know, this little bit of damage reduction right here is just a nice little add-on, you know. But without guard, that really won't help you much if you're not going to be dodging. Super attack effect, he massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes med colossal damage to enemy. He raises allies defense for 1 turn, self-excluded. And this 12 key greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn. And then if we take a look at some of this guy's linking partners here, I mean, yeah, he has a lot of really good linking partners here. And a lot. And then I didn't mention the categories, but since this is a tag unit, any categories a Frieza and a Gogeta would have, they're all on here. Actually, recently they did add Gogeta on Accelerated Battle, and they did add, well, no, actually that was for this guy, but well, it was the Dragon Ball Super Broly Banner Unit 9th Anniversary and Golden Frieza from last year is on Space Traveling Warriors. He wasn't on there before, but now he is, and now Gogeta is also on Accelerated Battle, so yeah, that's nice. Well, this one, anyways. So yeah, that's pretty much the Gogeta and, well, the Golden Frieza and Gogeta unit. This is an extreme tech unit because you start out as Frieza first. So just wanted to let you guys know that. So we talked about the Frieza. Now we can just quickly talk about the movie bosses and movie heroes categories very quickly. In dire need of some help, to say the least. I mean, we just got him. Where is he at? This guy is going to be getting his Easy A next week, so he'll be helpful. But besides that, you're not really going to be running a lot of these characters. I mean, you can run them, but they won't be that good. You could definitely get away with this Janemba. He dodges. You can get away with him. I mean, he's pretty good in base his very first turn. I've been recently using Cellmax, and he's been doing actually okay. I've been lucky enough to actually been able to use Cellmax in some of this new content. And him with his active skill is still very good as well. So there's that. And yeah, just movie bosses definitely needs a lot of help. And so movie heroes probably doesn't need that much help as much as movie bosses because I mean this team recently got pretty much touched this year with the 10th anniversary, and then this guy's easy A, and then these guys easy as well. His super easy A, but you probably won't be running him. He's not that good anymore. But yeah, you can definitely run this guy now since there are a lot of dodge, well, a lot of fights where you would want to dodge, and then there are a lot of fights in here that have Ki Blast supers, and this 9th anniversary Carnival Gogeta does have a 70% chance to counter Ki Blast supers in blue, so that's nice as well. He also does have the top mechanic in blue, and you know, his top mechanic, it will direct all the attacks towards him, and he can dodge those. And every time he dodges, he gets guaranteed crits, and you know, everybody likes a crit. Boom, big damage, big yellow damage numbers. Good for the dopamine. And that's pretty much a quick rundown of movie heroes. So we have this banner unit Vegeta here. He is a banner unit, and that's all I really have to say. But he's not that bad. He does Key Spirit Change, Rainbow Key Spirit Change, which is great. He does greatly stack defense on his 12 key. Greatly stacking defense is a 15, or excuse me, not 15, 50%. Greatly raises defense. That is 50% defensive raise. My only problem with this guy is probably these parts of his passive right here. When there's another movie heroes or movie, no wait, it's not this part, it's this part right here, the very last part. When all allies attacking at the same turn are movie heroes or movie bosses category characters, 150% attack defense and chance of evading enemies attack 30%. Now this right here, this means you can't, like, you know, it has to be either a 4 movie heroes or a 4 movie bosses team in order for him to get this. It can't be like a couple movie heroes or like 1 movie hero and then 1 movie boss. It doesn't work like that. And that's really the thing, because with this team, you're going to be mix matching movie heroes and movie bosses team, I think, just to make the best team possible, to try to be able to like get the best out of both the Gogeta and the Frieza. Maybe at the end of the celebration, you could probably like build a team that's going to be like favored towards the Frieza and then the Gogeta. And then, yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see what that's going to be like. So there is the banner unit Vegeta. We have the next unit up here, which is the hit tier. This was this year's Golden Week unit. Obviously, if you have him and you actually got him, you know he's obviously very good. He stacks and base, and he also stacks as well when he improves. His active skill is actually kind of simple, really. If you get lucky enough, you can just do 3 dodges, or you will have to do 6 attacks in battle in order to improve with this guy, and he just gets a lot better here. Definitely a really, really great unit. He leads Accelerated Battle. Accelerated Battle is a very great category. Rapid Growth is pretty decent in Universe 6. Don't need to talk about it, not really all that good. But yeah, this hit, obviously still very, very good. I mean, he's a stacking character that pretty much will get guaranteed dodge if you dodge enough attacks. Actually, I didn't talk about that. For every attack received or evaded, defect 66% and chance of evading enemies attack 6% within the turn. So when you improve with the hit, you'll start off with a base 70%, and then every attack you dodge, you'll just get 6% all the way up until you're able to dodge 100% of the time. Which is great. He also does have his active skill here now that I think about it. Can be active with an HP of 66% or less, or when only facing 1 enemy starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. His active skill is basically a Ghost Usher. And since he's going to be greatly stacking in his improved version, this active skill is going to get hit even harder. Yeah, and you'll have a Ghost Usher, which is great. Pretty good, pretty good. Now we have the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, the unit that came out alongside the Int hit. I just recently pulled this unit, so I'll probably like use this Goku. I won't like using him, but I'll use him maybe for a little bit just to see how good he is. But he's going to be more relevant now than he was when he first came out, because back then there were a lot of dodge canceling fights. But now we just kind of slowly made our way back to like, you know, just dodge kind of being very good with the global Dokkan campaign, because dodging is going to be very nice, especially in stage 1 of the special battle events and, you know, the new Supreme Magnificent battles. But here you can just pretty much see what he's going to be doing here. I don't want to go over too much of these characters in details because they've been out for a while and I'm pretty sure you have them. The bad thing about this unit is you are greatly raising your attack and defense for one turn, but this character, from what I've seen, does not do that much damage. He does like 9th anniversary level damage, and if by that I mean 9th anniversary 20 million attack stats were pretty much the highest damage you can get. But now we're having characters that can hit for well over 100 million now. So 20 million right now in this year isn't really a lot. And then he's also sacrificing 5% HP every time he super attacks. So if you build this character with additional, and you do a lot of super attacks, you're going to be doing more damage to you than the boss probably will if he's not supering. And he does have his standby here. What's his standby condition? We can look at that. Can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the character's entry turn. And then while he's in standby, he's going to be doing all of this right here. He's not going to have any defense here because he's pretty much going to revive. And once he revives, he'll do a big attack here. Yeah, pretty much see that. And then once the standby is over, you're going to be pretty much going back to this guy here. So yeah, that's the Tech Kaioken Blue Goku. Glorio here. Glorio was the 2024 December unit that came out before the 10th anniversary. He was really good when he first came out, very good, because this part of his passive right here was just like really insane. Where is it? Yeah, right here. As the 3rd attack on the turn, all allies keep +1 attack and defense 50% for 3 turns. And if you ran double Glorio, you just pretty much had 100% attack and defense up for the entire fight because that's where he'll belong in slot 3. And then he launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack. Great chance is 70%. Base 50% chance to dodge enemies' attacks. And then every time he did a super attack, he get 30% attack within the turn. Chance to dodge up to 10%, up to 30%. Every time he performed 3 or more super attacks in battle, he will get a guaranteed additional super. And also, he stacked 6. No, it's 9. He stacked 9% attack and 6% defense in battle every time he super. So yeah, he was really good when he came out. He does have an active skill here as well. Can be activated after performing 3 or more super attacks in battle. Greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and disables enemy's actions once. So yeah, Glorio, definitely really strong unit when he first came out. Then we have the Mini Daima Goku here. Pretty good unit. He was pretty much a dodge or die slot 1 unit, as you can see. Really good thing about this unit is transformation boost is not a bad leader skill. But he also, if we look at his 12 key here, greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns. And then he's also really raising allies attack by 41% for 2 turns. So really, you put this guy in slot 1, he'll give you lots of dodges, and then, you know, that entire rotation, and then the next turn will have this attack buff, which is definitely nice. He also does have an active skill as well, the Super Kamehameha. Can be activated after the character evades 5 or more attacks in battle or starting from the 6th turn from the entry turn. So there's that. For every attack received or dodged, he gets attack up to 200%. And then being in slot 1 or 2, 100% defense, chance of evading enemies attack 20%. As a second attack on return, 100% attack launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack. And then, yeah. Oh, can't forget about his intro. His intro gives him damage reduction rate and chance of evading enemies attack 20% just for that 1 turn, unfortunately. I think that should have been a little bit longer. But still not a bad unit when he first came out. Then we have this Frieza, who, from what I've heard, wasn't very good when he first came out. I mean, yeah, he did a lot of damage, but, I mean, he was just very restricted. I mean, if you look at this per Terrifying Conqueror category ally on the team, I mean, even since this unit came out, we haven't gotten really that many. Well, we have gotten like a few Terrifying Conqueror characters. I think slugs on it, like the STR slugs on there. Is the Tech Giant Ape Vegeta a Terrifying Conqueror? I think so. Those are the only 2 characters off the top of my head that have like the Terrifying Conqueror category that have gotten like a buff or an EZA. I think I'm missing some other. Is STR Turles at EZ8 last year on Terrifying Conquerors? I think he is, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, but you know, still, he probably did get a little bit of help, but it just wasn't soon enough for him to be really, really good. He does stack attack on his 12 key, and then he raises defense for 1 turn. Then he also greatly lowers enemies' attacks. He does have an active skill which can be activated when there's a low-class warrior category enemy, when there is a pure Saiyans category enemy starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle. So yeah, if you're not facing a pure Saiyan enemy, then this probably won't be all too helpful to you. But we are going to be getting a pure Saiyans red zone for this new Transcendent Dokkan campaign. So if you want to run this Frieza in here, you definitely can. I mean, you'll also get this part of his passive right there when there's a pure Saiyans category enemy. 100% attack and chance to perform a critical hit 50%. But you'll definitely need to run him on Space Traveling Warriors just so you can get this right here. Or, excuse me, not Space Traveling Warriors, Terrifying Conquerors. Actually, you need 2 or more Space Traveling Warriors for his intro, which is, yeah, just really heavy restricted character. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. We went over the new Golden Frieza and Gogeta a bit more in detail. We talked about the featured units, and we even went over some of the like red coin characters that they have now. And there is no pity. So as soon as you summon on this banner, you definitely can. I don't think this is a bad idea. If you skip Golden Week, you definitely do have a chance to get some of these units. The Golden Frieza and Gogeta on paper, they look very good. I still have to, you know, just link level them and test them out myself just to see how really good they are. And we don't know what part 2 is. Part 2 could definitely be Broly. I don't see why not. It would make sense for this celebration. So I'm hoping so. And also, this is probably the last major celebration we're going to get until December. So all these next few banners that come out after this are pretty much just going to be monthly Dokkan Fest banners that are just going to be TORs. You can kind of skip those. So, yeah, if you do decide to summon this banner and go pretty hard for like this banner and the next one, you'll have months to save up some stones. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. As usual, until next time.